World is your man, the one and only Mr. Sand 44 Man. Tune in every Thursday to Detroit Raw Live right here on VentRadio.net.
Y'all know he's the man.
That's right. What's up, world? It's your man, the one and only Mr. Sand 44 Man, seen and heard around the world right here on Detroit Raw Live. Where at, Sandman? You know, it's VentRadio.net. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen out there around the world? It's your man. Hey, we had a real hectic week, but we got a lot to talk about today. I got special guests in here in the house today. Let's get a round of applause to Big Gov.
What's happening, man?
What's up, player? Big Gov in the house. He gonna kick it and chop it up with your mans. And some of these things that we got, but we gonna get to some of the formalities that we got. You can check us out on our apps on VentRadio.net and also CrushOneRadio.com. And also we got some material out there, apparel. And Glenn, why don't you tell us about some of that? You mic'd up.
I don't want to be.
Okay, well, tell us how some of the people can get some of these apparels, like my coffee cup. I got baseball cap, jacket. Loose got a whole lot of stuff, and there's a lot of inventory out there for you to get if you would love to get it. Glenn, tell them what they need to do.
Well, it's very simple. You can go to streetnoise-merch.myshopify.com. And to simplify that, you can go to my personal Facebook page, and there are links of the garments and all of the merch that we sell for Street Noise Entertainment and VentRadio.net and Sam 44 Man. All of the hosts on the network have their own merch, and you can support the station by going to purchase you some merch.
And you know what I'm saying? The holidays is coming up.
We're going to play a commercial during the show anyway.
Okay, so we're going to get into that too. But how's everybody's week been? You know, we got a lot going on. They tried to kill the governor, kidnap her. I just found out today.
How you know they was going to kill her, man?
Well, they wasn't going to have cupcakes
she is
and tea.
kind of cute.
They wasn't going to have cupcakes and tea. That's for sure. But I said that to say that they've also picked up another suspect today. Yeah, so it's now 14 individuals that is trying to take her out. So I was like, wow. You know, it's sad that the president has sit back and made so much rhetoric with these militias, and then he wants to sit back and act as if he's an innocent bystander. And that's not right when you put people's lives in jeopardy, because these militias are out here and they really ready to do some harm.
He right there with him, though.
Yep.
He right there with him. He said stand by and stand back.
The Proud Boys. Can you get me?
Stand back and stand by. That's what he said.
Y'all hold up. I'm going to call y'all.
Oh, yeah. And if you want to get in touch with us here, give us a call, 248-429-7224, and holler at you, man. We're going to chop it up. Our topic we're going to do today, I'm trying to get this world clock together.
Well, while you're doing getting your world clock together, let me let everyone know that the stream is live right now on YouTube, Twitch. You can go to twitch.tv/VentRadio. We are live there. We are live on Facebook, and we are live on YouTube and on our official site, VentRadio.net. So there's no reason for you to miss the programming coming from the network. And you can download the TuneIn app and search Vent Radio Network, and you can also get the broadcast live over there too. So we're in the works right now for a Fire Stick app where you'll be able to get us over Fire Stick and Roku. That's in the coming weeks.
That's big.
Yeah, we doing a lot of big things over here at Vent Radio.
So we trying.
And, 7:40 in p.m. right here in Detroit, Michigan. I'm trying to figure this little app out. Every one of these people since this damn election has really wanted to change their apps and Facebook and giving you a new platform. Hell, I was just barely getting the thing together right then. You know what I'm saying? And now I got some newfangled stuff. So, you know, and then the killing part, it'd be kind of hard for people to come with new things, you know, when it comes to technology. So, because some people ain't savvy with it.
Yeah.
But, you know, here we go. I got the world clock. Okay. Shouts out to everybody around the world. Listen to you, man. The one and only Mr. San 44, man. Shouts out to everybody out there in Amsterdam at 1:41 in the a.m. Good morning to you, Beijing, at 7:41. Budapest. Who? Budapest, I'm sorry. 1:47 in the a.m. Hong Kong, 7:41 in the a.m. And also London, England, 12:41 in the a.m. And Moscow, good morning to you with your election asses interfering at 2:40 in the a.m. And everybody out there in Paris, y'all better slow down a little bit. I'm hearing that corona coming out a little bit more out there. So shouts out to you. And Rio de Janeiro, good evening to you at 8:42 in the p.m. You're tuned in to Detroit Raw Live with your man, the one and only Mr. San 44, man. I know there's a lot of people out there that are having a lot of hardships due to the coronavirus. And a lot of people are losing their jobs, ladies and gentlemen. You might be one of them. Or you might know a friend that just lost their job. And that's a devastating thing because I'm going to let you know if you don't know. The president said, open this fucker back up. And he said he don't care. I'm going to tell you how he don't care. Okay. Since the pandemic, your man been going through a lot trying to keep this money tight. And I was kind of putting the money together. Then all of a sudden, he said, oh, we got to shut this down. You messing up my economy. But you got people dying. When you said that no one was going to be sick, this was a China problem. And it's not a China problem. It's an everybody problem.
Yeah, it's a problem all over the world.
And now we're looking at like 8 million people that's sick. Nobody's telling nobody the truth. And it's basically a train wreck. But see, I told people a long time ago, don't vote for that man. That man is dangerous. This is not a reality TV show. And, you know, people just didn't care. They just was like, you know, I'm saying, man, I don't know it. And so, and another thing, what was up with all those black people out there at the Rose Garden? Are y'all off y'all meds? Did you see them?
The Rose Garden.
Man, why would y'all go out there after this man then contaminated people? And then y'all went out there. Hear me now, I'm talking about y'all black folks. What was on y'all mind? Everybody crowded around. Wasn't no social distancing. Nobody, nothing. And it had me thinking like, wow, seriously? Are we that desperate for an idiot?
Nah, it was just an event full of bootlickers. That's all that was. I mean, when you got people who, you know, they dance to the rhythm of the drum, man. They don't make their own beat. You know what I mean? And the whole thing is, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I have my reservations about both candidates. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't the only one.
At the end of the day, you know, I can just tell who's more for my people. And dude ain't it. You know what I mean? Like, stand by and stand back. And
what was the fuck that was all about? Was that a caller?
If they start looting, start shooting, like, I just know, you know, I know who's for my people and who's not. So at the end of the day, man, you know, you're going to have your bootlickers. You're going to have your people who, I can just tell who's more for wait a minute.
What's happening, man? What is
that was my
sorry,
my bad, y'all. I'm sorry.
Nah, man, but you just got to know, you know, you got to know who for you and who not, man. And he just ain't for us, bro. It's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. He done proved it time and time again, over and over and over. He's not for us. You know, even when he was first campaigning and coming out here with these churches in the hood, you know, dealing with all these Uncle Toms and bootlickers in the city, it surprised me because it was a few pastors I used to enjoy going to the church and hearing their message and the way they deliver the message. And then after I seen that, I was just like, yo, this is a little too much, man. It's a little too much. You could even tell in the look of dude's face he was uncomfortable being in the black church. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could pull that footage up, but he was looking so uncomfortable in them churches, man. So, you know, you just got to know who for you and who not, man.
Yeah, you're right. But, you know, we had some fun, and I wanted to let y'all know last week about my man, Fly Famous. And, you know, he sat on Penn's head, you know, because I was going to kill him. And he was in my house. And I told him, I said, look, he was like, look, man, give me a little bit of that weed, a little bit of that Hennessy, and I'll fly all the way out there. And he sat on Penn's head. He made me proud. But then he had to check in to Walter Reed. So for all y'all that was out there for Fly Famous, he told me to send y'all his well wishes, and he good. And he just didn't know he had to check himself in because he seen that little pink eye, too. So
yeah, he sat there for a while, too.
He did
that
me
nigga
proud.
He sat there for a long time.
He did me proud. I was like, yes, sir. If I could just see a fool. And look, the killing part was smoking at the time and was just a trip. I'm sitting there tripping like, is that a damn fly? Is he over there?
That was definitely a fly, though. And you know what flies usually
Fly
land
Famous.
on. You know what they usually land on. So yeah.
Ooh-wee. And he landed up there. It looked like he laid some lobster eggs or something. I don't know. He probably was. But today's topic, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to y'all, like I was saying, about the business opportunity. And if you got friends and family out there that in this midst of this corona, people being laid off, some people don't even realize if they're going to go back to work. And Mr. Sand 44 Man is going to do you a great deal favor. Now, don't get me wrong. I want to hear look. If a person teaches you how to make your own food, for instance, and this is just for the little seeds and whatever, are you going to go to the grocery store and buy up all that? For what? When you know how to grow your own. And see, that's the thing about us black people. Somebody give you a business opportunity, and then we turn around and say, oh, man, I knew they was ordering some money. I knew they were. Well, every business you have to invest in. You think this studio just popped out in the fucking street?
Nah, that's real.
You got to build your business.
Take money to make money, for sure.
And people just don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And that's that being told. We are so afraid as black people to launch ourselves, to help one another, and we fear like the haterism come out. Oh, why that nigga gotta have 2 cars? Oh, why that nigga over there living in a big house? Oh, why that nigga over there drinking good? Well,
you know what
I gave you the opportunity.
You know what it's about, man? It's really about not wanting to see another black man be better than you or do better than you.
But why? We worked hard.
It's crazy. Like, I look at it like this, man, and it's just how I've been taught and how I've been raised. You know, everybody got the same 24 hours in a day, and what you do with yours is up to you. But don't be mad at me if I take my 24 hours and I become successful.
Exactly.
And you still stuck. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy because I got a lot of homies who, you know, I done tried to put in position and gave opportunities to link with me and, you know, help me with my career, help me push this music and all that, and they chose otherwise. You know what I'm saying? 20 years ago, we was all in the streets doing stuff we ain't had no business doing, and I decided to smarten up. They still in the streets doing what they ain't got no business doing.
The same damn thing.
Yeah,
that was the same thing when I went to media school.
Yeah.
They selling dope. They don't have nothing. They broke. And then when I pull up in the Benz or I'm looking sharp or I'm doing something positive, it's like, oh, you can't come and smoke with your man.
Yeah.
That's not my day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm drinking Hennessy right now. That's not my whole day.
Right.
I got a show globally. I can't be I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck's wrong with saying up here?
Most people don't understand, you know. You live your life in a set pattern and you grow accustomed to that pattern, you're going to be stuck. You know what I'm saying? You got to have an open mind with life, and you got to be able to maneuver and be different and do different.
And a lot of times you're going to fail. You're going to fall. You just got to pick back up again. But with this opportunity, I'm going to give you the opportunity to shop at top-notch clothing stores. You have the opportunity to make it an investment. I promise you, it's less than $200 to start your own business with me. Okay? Now, I want to hear more people calling the people, because get you a pen and get you a piece of paper, because I'm going to give you some of my staff that's going to help you walk through. I got a liquor store. I got a corporation. I'm out in the streets. I'm with people. I'm doing too much. So I need help. And you all can help me too, as well as help yourselves. Okay? I'm not going to give you any information other than this is a business opportunity. And if you're willing to believe in yourself, I promise you by next year you'll never regret it. Because you got to understand, we can't stand around and wait for that stimulus. How long y'all been broke? Who got that? They cut the rent. They putting you out. They cutting off the cable. Hell, they cut mine off this morning. Shit, I come downstairs ready to look at cable. Had cable last night. Woke up talking about, looks like there's something wrong. Let's get up and running. What you mean, let's get up and running? You were supposed to be up and running. Shit, I'm here, woke this morning. And then they don't want to talk to you until you put some money down. So it's a lot of obstacles, and they act as if they don't understand this situation. But I want you to get in touch. I gave you enough time to get you a pen. I want you to get in touch with Mr. George Logan. And his number is 248-567-9042. Once again, that's Mr. George Logan at 248-567-9042. And also, you can get another one of my staff members, Mr. Paul, at 313-605-9665. Once again, that number is 313-605-9665. I'm just doing my community service for my community, and every one of you around the world that might just seem like, oh, this is an American thing. No, this is global. Y'all know I don't play ball like that. This is global. This is for anybody in the world. For less than $200, my staff will show you how you can start your own business. Now, if I just didn't hand you information on a silver platter, then that's on you to fail. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm looking to buy that brand new Benz. And keep the same one. You ain't gonna trade it in? Why do I have to trade it in? Why can't I just have two?
Man.
You see what I'm saying? It's just that mentality, man. We're being black in the divided states of America is our topic today. What you think about the current situation, Gov, about with these young men out here, all this hatredness towards black people, killing us, the police killing us? It's just a mess for black America, as well as brown and Latino and Indian Americans.
Yeah, it's I'm only 40, so I ain't been here that long. But throughout my 40 years, I've never seen the true colors show like this.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Ooh.
the true colors is showing, and it's not just the racism aspect. It's from us too. You know what I'm saying? And see, a lot of people, they tend to get upset with me when I combat that Black Lives Matter statement. You know, we all know Black Lives Matter. We know this. You know what I'm saying? But do they only matter when it's somebody else doing it to us? Does it matter when we doing it to ourselves? That's my question. You know what I'm saying? And at this point in time in life, we all need each other more than we ever have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's bad enough that we got to fight against the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But to be divided, fighting against each other and still fighting the world, that's a hell of a fight. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, ladies and gentlemen, back in 1619, when we were first slaves in this country, white America never looked at us as anything. I don't care when they keep talking about that damn Constitution. That Constitution wasn't wrote for us because we were looked upon as second-class citizens.
Yeah.
We had no rights. Our women were raped. Babies, bastard babies were presented. The slave owners and plantation owners beat the black man to take away his character, like you break down a Brahma bull or stallion horse. Wow. Now you make him submit to you, and you put this mentality in his head that you will never be better or compare or even be on the same plateau. Because when you take a person's character and break them down, everybody has their breaking moment.
They do.
And you got to understand, all throughout history, we have not had the best of anything.
Nah.
We had no education. You could even be killed for teaching a black person how to read. And our kids will not know only not how to read, but beat me and your ass in PlayStation.
Exactly.
Now, what kind of sense does that put into us?
We lost because we never really understood the facts about being black. You know, the facts about being black is simply this. We are, and it's a fact. You can look it up, Google it, anybody who want to dispute what I'm saying. We are a dominant race in the world. You know what I'm saying? And the facts is the facts, man. Mm-hmm. You know, I have some white friends, and they know my stance on the climate right now, the world.
Right.
They know my stance on it. So we don't even have this conversation. We don't have no misunderstandings. We don't even go through it. You know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is, there are a lot of races who recognize the fact that their race is not as strong or as powerful as ours.
So is that why you think they excuse me? Is that why you think they click up with the militia?
Oh,
so
no,
hard?
That's exactly why. But here's the thing, right? We so dumb. We don't even look at the numbers and look at the fact that it's strength in numbers, and don't realize that once we start clicking up and loking and getting together and doing everything that we supposed to do on our end, a lot of that shit will stop. We can circumvent a lot of that bullshit that they present. You know what I'm saying? And we chose to go the opposite direction. So we got people who will go spend $3,000-$4,000 a trip at Gucci and won't go to the gun store and load up on ammunition.
Cause they coming strapped.
Oh, they coming strapped.
You heard the call.
Listen, man. Everywhere I go, just in case, I got mine on me, and I got extra right close. So I'm not. The thing is, you have to be prepared, because when you out here and you just living life and you thinking everything is just normal and everything just cool, you catch that Cracker Jack surprise. You remember how you used to dig in the box and have to go to the and that's what this is.
Yeah,
it's all a Cracker Jack surprise. I mean, come on, man. Ain't no way. We in Detroit. Ain't no way. We got all these gang bangers. We got all these gangsters. This, that, and the third, right? It's no way they should have been marching up Woodward at the Little Caesars, Little Caesars Arena that day. Ain't no way. City shouldn't have had that. But yet and still, we can go kill our own. We can do dumb shit, rob, kill old people, kill kids. You know what I mean? It's kill women. It's like there's no parameters, there's no rules, there's no nothing. It's just whatever, man. It's a free for all out here.
And the extreme crimes that's going on in our community is horrifying.
Man, it's sickening, bro.
Here's a few stories that I have for you guys. I'm going to give an overview, and then I'm going to ask Gov what he think about it. Boy found dead in Warren during an investigation of a body burned in a car fire. Now, I got with my sources because I needed to find out what was what really, because I didn't know what the race of the person was. Was these one of those hate moments or something like that? So my sources tend to tell me that this was about drugs and money. And I analyzed the way that the crime went down, because I've seen a lot of crime. I could tell if, oh, that was an accident, or, oh, they missed the wrong person. But when you shoot a motherfucker and burn him alive in a car, then go to his wife's or girl house, because the way it went down was they were going to warn to let her know that her baby daddy had just gotten killed and burned in Detroit. And then they couldn't get any answer, so they forced their way in the house to discover the most gruesomest ass shit that you could ever see. And I'm only affected by it because I got a 7-year-old grandson that just turned from 6. Just because that baby knew you execution styled his mama and her in the basement. Who shoots a 6-year-old in the back of the fucking head? Police said it was senseless and savagery. When will it stop? You got to get your noodle blue out for a little bit of weed? Or just running off with somebody's shit? See, people out here ain't playing games for y'all, ladies and gentlemen, black folks that's out here playing games. Oh, man, I'm out here on my knuckles. Can I hold this? Can I hold that? Yeah, all right, I got you. But see, it's like the crackhead syndrome. Now I got to seek you. And see, some of my boys ain't coming seeking. They seeking you with heat-seeking missiles. But why do we have to go there? We couldn't sit down and kick it, Gov. I couldn't come to you and say, man, I'm going through something right now, but I'm working on it. At least we communicated. You understand? Maybe you can help me out. What's that opportunity Sandman told me about? How can I get in touch with him and his number?
Yeah.
Can you help me somewhere? Yeah. We don't communicate like that.
Nah,
all we ready to do is strap up and come after you. We ain't strapping up for the militias out there.
That's my point. That was the whole point I was making earlier in this situation with that 6-year-old baby Tyrese, man. You know, it's sad, man, and it's just unfortunate. You know, that baby didn't even have an opportunity to really live life, man. And I have a 6-year-old son, so it affected me as well.
Hell yeah, it does.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, it takes me to that whole the whole idea of a broken home. Mm-hmm. You know, the whole concept is like, you get with a person, you have a child with them, mm-hmm. Y'all don't work it out, father leave, and it's leaving the window open for the mother to find another man to come in and be around your children. Now, we don't know what type of person this dude may be.
Or what kind of background
he has, mm-hmm. Right? And it's just a dangerous game to play when you out here having children, man. You mm-hmm. know what I'm saying? But let's skip past that and go straight to the fact of why murder a child. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, everybody was on the edge of their seat waiting to see who actually did it. Mm-hmm. And everybody thought it was going to be somebody black. Mm-hmm. And that kind of bothered me just to see the comments when everybody found out who it was. You know, I started seeing comments and it kind of threw me off. Like, so if it was somebody black, you know what I'm saying, you wouldn't be as outraged. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'm just as outraged, mm-hmm. even more so now, because I know it's not somebody black. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, but at the same time, it's like, we done got so immune mm-hmm. to crime. Mm-hmm. that we automatically just pin it on each other. Like it's gonna be a nigga. It's gonna be a nigga. Automatically. So with that being said, it's like this. Nobody's supposed to lose their life in that type of fashion. You know what I'm saying? The mother, I know she going through it. She's sick as hell about it. You know what I'm saying? Because this was her baby. So when you have a mother who just lost a child, what do you think is gonna drive her? You know, what's gonna be her drive from now on?
Well, we just talking about just basically in general, because this episode, the mama was killed.
No, the mother wasn't killed.
Who was the lady?
It was the girlfriend.
Oh, it was a girlfriend.
It was the girlfriend. The mother's still living.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But it was the girlfriend.
Well, yeah,
that got
she
killed.
is going through a turmoil.
That's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, like, what's her parallel? What does she do from this point?
Do you think that we turn a blind eye to a lot of things that we know that is wrong? Like, I posed the question, like, what would make somebody kill him like that and his family? What did you do that put you in that situation where wiped you all out?
It shouldn't have been nothing that bad.
If
it's about money, you know, that's just going to show you the level of the streets right now. Like, everything is about money. And money is superseding life.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
it's
yes.
like it's above life.
Right.
That's not cool, man.
And especially when well, let's go into some of the things you're doing, because when we was kicking it at the studio the other night,
for sure,
y'all had some beats in there that was, I was like, damn, do they make beats better than me? I don't know. Go to SoundCloud with your mans. But it was the fact that you have a location where people can express themselves. Tell us a little bit about that.
So yeah, recently I just opened up my own studio called Studio Blue, and yeah, man, it's a blessing to be able to do that. It's a blessing to be able to, you know, service the people who really need to come in and get things off their chest, because a lot of artists, from what I found, is using music as therapy now. You know what I'm saying? And I put it like
this. Is it
this.
like aggressive or just,
I mean,
angry? Or
it's a mixture of everything. You know, I get some dudes come in and they make music that's, you know, happy music, good feeling. Then you get the guys that come in and it's just it's aggression. But you know what you have to do, man, as a human being, understand and tap into the human mind and realize everybody's life ain't as easy as yours might be, or as cool as yours might be. You never know what somebody's dealing with, or what level they dealing with it on. You know what I'm saying? So I have no judgment towards none of these dudes who come in and rap about the things they rap about. You know, if anything, I try to help them. Especially
that's
if
what
I see,
we was talking about. What kind of things you do? Because I was talking to you about trying to get together, us black men that are doing positive things. You can bring me people, I could bring you people. But see, if we don't put them, I was looking at
shit's
this.
hot, ain't they, Glenn? Hot as hell, ain't they?
You should have got you something barbecue, son.
Here you go, man. These a little bit more mild than
barbecue. I was watching this. It's on Peacock.
Okay.
And I want y'all to listen to this. If you got Peacock, look at this movie called Black Boys.
Okay.
It's a movie where it gives a persona. And we're going to elaborate on that. Glenn, we got break time. You want to run something through? We take a little short break. You better get your water, man. I bought that for you.
Now my little 12-year-old eats the hell out of these chips.
Oh yeah, the little kids love them.
And they damn near killed me.
Hey, he looked like he was over there struggling.
I want to get off into Big Girl's latest video during the break.
Okay.
So we can run that, and then we can come back and we can talk about Son of Southwest.
Okay. And we're going to be back in a short period. Let's pay some bills, do some promos. Me and Gov go out here and talk and get ready for the second end of the show. You're tuned in to Detroit Raw Live with your man.
And tomorrow, the best of soul. R&B. hip hop. It's VentRadio.
No problem. No problem. I got you.
Radio.
Time to get down to business.
Radio now, we got more music. We got more music.
Here we go.
Don't y'all love my granddaddy?
What's up, world? It's your man, the one and only Mr. Sand 44 Man. Tune in every Thursday to Detroit Raw Live right here on VentRadio.net.
Y'all know he's the man.
That's right. It's your man, Mr. Sand 44 Man. Sitting here with Big Gov. Oh, I don't. Okay, now I hear myself.
You bought all these goddamn snacks, man. I said I was gonna stay away from them. I couldn't help myself. Shit.
Oh,
I ain't supposed to be eating this shit.
So man, you said that, we was talking outside about the status of these young men out here.
Right?
Damn it, it's my headphones.
You all right over there?
Yeah, my headphones got caught up in my seat. There we go. Shit. Okay, here we go. We was talking about during the break about the things that you're doing for these young people and how we, as these young men that are in these positions, and they look to you. How do you use your status in order to motivate the young people that you work with?
I mean, I'm gonna put it like this. It is crazy you asked me that, but I told you the same thing when Glenn wasn't present.
Mm-hmm.
But I pretty much do what he did for me.
Okay.
See, when Glenn moved on my block, he had a studio, and it was pretty much a studio. It wasn't no open studio, nothing like that. But he made it a platform for me to come down and learn.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And do some things, and we even recorded. We had a group, and just time didn't permit us to do the things that we planned to do back then. But what I learned and what I got from it, I mean, he taught me how to use the MPC. He had a Roger Lynn, and he taught me how to use the Roger Lynn. And he didn't have to do that. He didn't even know who I was. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
So what I did was I took the same mentality with my studio, and I opened up from noon to 4 on Saturdays. And I just let the youngsters come in, man, and learn Pro Tools, learn Reason, or whatever the program is to make beats and record. And I just show them, as many as I can. My studio ain't that huge. It ain't as big as some studios.
But it's nice.
I bring people in, and I just try to help them and teach them some things or whatever. And truthfully, I feel like this. From 12 to 4, that's, enough time to keep somebody from carjacking somebody or robbing somebody or do, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to try to keep their mentalities on progression and less on crime or, being out here doing something that's going to put their life or their freedom at risk.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is what being black in the divided states of America and what Big Gov has been saying is we need to get the anger mentality out. He said he has various styles. Some of them is good, they want to make you happy, and some of them has just got that aggression. And that's another thing with our young people that Black Boys was all about. Shouts out for LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers for winning the championship. But I said that for this reason. Our kids have the mentality that they're going to be the great Michael Jordan or LeBron James. And we put them in a position of false hope. Everybody can't make the NBA.
Right.
Everybody can't make the NFL.
That's a fact.
And it was a lot of these cats that have played pro ball, went through racism, discrimination. They had one person said, when you black and you got, I think it is professional football. He's retired. I can't think of him right now. He said, when you were black and you had on your uniform, white people would come and pick you up and take you to the stadium. because they knew that you were going to be playing.
Right.
But he said to the same degree, me and my friends couldn't even walk down their street because it was too dangerous. You see what I'm saying? The black people, especially the black man, goes from school to prison to the hood, and the triangular motion keeps on going.
Or to the grave.
Or to the
We
grave.
can't forget about the grave.
Yeah.
That's definitely
Mass incarceration.
yeah.
Our kids not learning shit in school because they don't have the money or the resources. Why are white kids' education any more than a black child's education?
Well, this is where we gotta come and we gotta look at everything from the root.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing as why you see 1,000,001 liquor stores, 1,000,001 dispensaries in the hood. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't go in the suburbs to see that shit like that. And you know what? I talked to one of my homeboys, right? And he actually worked for the people who make the blunts, the Philly blunts.
Okay.
And it disgusts me, even though I ain't no smoker or nothing. You know, I don't knock nobody for smoking weed. I'm 40. I never smoked weed in my life, right? But it angers me to know that the blunts that they put in the hood are either stale or
Oh yeah.
they are the trash what you call it, the tobacco. So like the tobacco that hit the floor
Yeah.
is what.
Garbage tobacco.
Yeah, so basically that's what's being sent to the hood. You know what I'm saying? Because you can go get the same pack of blunts from the suburbs and it's fresh.
Fresh as hell.
Right. So that just lets me know.
But see, that just goes to
Everything
sub
from-
level that we got out there in the suburbs. Them blunts are still wrapped in the pack.
Right.
In the hood, they a bust open pack and they stay out there.
But here, you got to look at it like this. Anything that's urban, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's considered for black people, we always catch the short end of the stick. We always catch the shit that tends to murder us the most. You know what I'm saying? And that's the liquor, that's the drugs, that's the subpar education, all that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't hear about schools closing in the suburbs. I just don't.
Well, what about when our young children notice, like, how can I put this? You a black child that has a white teacher, and that teacher, you already seeing murder, depleted neighborhoods, burned up houses, shootings, murders. This is all conceived early in young people's mind, even the babies.
Right. They sponges, man. They soak
You
everything up.
see what I'm saying? So by the time you get them to teenage years, you got the average, not even teenage. I'll take that back a few years. You had an average black man to say, okay, I'm going to look out for you, little nigga, and help you out. But then you lack because you either, one, stop doing it and say, well, little nigga, you 9 years old. Get ready to go to penitentiary anyway. And when you start putting that mentality, especially if you don't have anything going on in your life, then that mentality of that child is going to feel like, I'm doomed to go to prison or die.
It's hard, man. It's a hard conversation to have because, like I said, you never really know a person's situation. You never know what they've been through, what their experiences are, what they've endured. None of that. You know what I'm saying? And see, this is where now, if you really want to get technical about this shit, it's about mental health. It's about depression. It's about anger. It's about whatever has driven you to be this way as a person, as an individual. And this is the reason why I feel that we as black people, we be in denial of the fact that we need help. Mentally, we need help. Not saying that every time somebody has a mental illness that they crazy or something is wrong with them. We just don't seek the necessary help. And we think going to go see a therapist is putting us in the category of being crazy or some shit. And I personally have had mental health issues where, you know, I was dealing with depression. I lost my mom in 2005, and I ain't been right since. You know what I'm saying? But I finally, in my late 30s, my 40th, I just now learned how to cope. You know what I'm saying? With my mom not being here.
Well, I lost mine in 2002, and you never really coped.
You never, no, you don't
when
recover.
The holidays
you don't
come
recover.
Through, you like, damn,
you don't recover, but you accept it. You know what I'm saying? And I think with me, I had to accept it. But even when she was going through her last stages of cancer, I was there with her every day. You know what I'm saying? I was with her every day, and I prepared myself. But I was preparing myself for her death, but what I wasn't preparing myself for was moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I screwed up at. Because I should have been preparing myself for every aspect of her not being here, and I didn't. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, I was in denial. I'm like, shit, my mama just on vacation and she ain't answering her phone. I'll get with her in a minute. That's what I had in my mind when my mama died. But later on down the line, like I said, having a therapist and talking and letting it out and getting the proper feedback from the people that I was talking to, it helped me cope a little more and move forward. You know what I'm saying?
So you worked harder in your work.
Hell yeah.
I did too.
Hell yeah.
Because I lost mine in 2002, and that was like devastating to me. And then my wife got hit by a drunk driver in November. My mama died in January, and her cousin died in November. Then I went to jail right a week before Thanksgiving, 202, and I'm looking at 220. It's just the same thing. It just mixed up the damn
mixed
numbers.
Up the numbers, yeah. That shit
I hate
crazy.
202.
Ooh, that shit
202
crazy.
was a train wreck to me.
Yeah.
And now we in 220, and it's like, wow.
it ain't
But you
got
know
no
what
better.
you know what I do tell people, and I had to learn with this myself when I lost my mother. Sure, we miss that they're not here, but we have to understand that she brought us in this world, and all till death is what you have. See, everybody looks at the body. Oh my God, the body. No. The memories is what lasts with you forever. Whether
sure.
good or maybe bad.
For sure.
But you will never forget that in the middle.
Not
from
at all,
birth
man.
to death. Yeah. You know. And the thing is, we need to teach people that you're valuable right now.
Exactly.
And I'm sure your mother will be very proud of you.
Oh, man, I know she is, man. My mama probably up there, my biggest cheerleader right now, because that's how she was.
That's how I
was
feel
living,
too.
you know what I'm saying?
That's how I feel too.
Man, my mama really, and it's just crazy that I keep going back to Big G over here, man, because when he left the block, she was like, well, I'm going to just go get you your own equipment. So when everybody asks, how did I start doing beats and how long I've been doing music, hell, I recorded my first record in 1985. I was 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? But that was my dad, because my dad was a member of the Five Special, old R&B soul group from late 70s, early 80s. And, you know, he always used to have me at his rehearsals and stuff like that. So it just happened to be at the studio one time. They was rehearsing to open up for the Dramatics. And we was at the studio, and my uncle, who's a drummer, and a bass player named Bubba, I remember his name, they was in there having a little jam session, and my dad was like, record him, go in there and rap. And I just went in and rapped. And from that point on, I done took my career serious. And my mother was there the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with her ups and downs, because, yeah, she was addicted. She had some drug addictions and things like that. But even with
family down.
Yeah, you know, even with her, all her mishaps, she was right there. I can honestly say, like, it's never been a time I didn't see my mama at a show or, you know, in the studio with me, anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I got all of that, and I keep all that with me, and I think this is how I push through, and I use that as motivation. Yep. Why leave us alone?
Well, we about to cut in there. We gonna make moms proud of you right now across the world. What's the title of this song?
Oh, well, the song that Glenn just pulled up is my father's group, actually. Why leave us alone?
Okay.
Yep.
And what is the project that you got that we're gonna play out here?
Oh, I just dropped the album called Son of Southwest. I dropped that August 21st. And
how long did it take you to record?
Man, to be honest with you, I this album was so important. It took me I would say about a good year and a half to complete it. Because I had songs that I was sitting on that I just didn't want to release until it was the right time. And with the concept of this album, it was the right time. So I just went and pulled like a lot of records. I revised them and added people to them and things of that nature. Plus I did new records as well. You know what I'm saying? But the project is called Son of Southwest because I'm a product of my environment. I'm from Southwest Detroit, Ridge, Ecorse area, downriver. And, you know, nobody from my side of town has actually represented my side of town on a national level. So like when you go to Cali or you go to Atlanta, they hear about East Side, West Side, but they never really talk about the Southwest side. And the Southwest side has bred a lot of hustlers, a lot of key people, you know what I'm saying, successful people. So my side of town is important to me, and I just wanted to show my side of town how important to me they were. And I dropped this album, and it's been doing good. The hood been loving it. You know what I'm saying? And it's probably like the best project I done dropped and got the most feedback from.
Okay, well, we getting ready to run that through the world right now. You're tuned into Detroit Raw Live with your man, the one and only Mr. San 44 Man, and Big Gov, son of Southwest.
You know, we during the break we did the new video, and I wanted to speak to you, Gov, about this project.
Okay.
I know that I was out on the road and you called me and told me that you were about to drop.
Yeah.
And I said, wow, you know, as much music as you have put out in your career, I was like, what makes this guy call me, you know, now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it told me, you explained to me, and I felt you, how important this particular album was.
Yeah.
So the motivation behind the making of this album was pretty much your neighborhood.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, my side of town is, like I said, man, we rarely get spoke about, you know, and Southwest Detroit is like we in a whole nother world. When you come from the west side or you come from the east side and you get out to my side of town, you look around like, damn, because it's surrounded by factories and, you know what I'm saying, and all that. So, you know, when you come out there, you start thinking like, damn, we out here in no man's land for real. But the coolest shit about my hood, though, is once you actually get in the hood and you get to kicking it with the people in the hood and seeing how family-oriented my neighborhood is, my side of town is, you know, you never want to leave. It's been people that I had come visit from other sides of town, and they'll just come rent a house out there because they just don't want to leave. They love how it is out there. It's different now because, you know, the youngsters, man, we got to get a hold of these youngsters because they out there killing each other like crazy. But it still doesn't take away from the foundation of the neighborhood and the side of town. So it's so important to me that I had to do this and let people know where I'm from. You can't call yourself a real artist or a real person if you forget where you come from. And I never, ever forget where I come from. Like, I love my side of town. You know what I'm saying?
There we go. You got a cue, Glenn?
I want to play a piece of the documentary, Son of Southwest. We're going to
you had a documentary too?
Yeah, we're going to run some of the audio because Gov was dropping some real jewels.
Okay.
So,
baby or whatever, you know what I'm saying, in the hospital. And he was like, all right, bet, I got you. So when he did it, you know what I'm saying, and sent it back to me, he had lightning and thunder and shit all in the background. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy, because I guess that's God, man, because I never told him to put no lightning and thunder in my intro. But the night I was born was probably like one of the worst thunderstorms Michigan did seen, right? So the power was going in and out in the hospital and all that. So for him to automatically put lightning and thunder in the background of that intro, it just let me know how God works. So this is where it all started. Like when I came home from the hospital, I came here. This, you know, the house used to be here. You know what I'm saying? 1935 South Bassett Avenue. You know, this is where the house was, right here. A lot of memories. You know what I'm saying? It's my grandma and my grandfather's house. They had it built. You know what I mean? And you know, I just hate to see. I hate to see it not standing here no more. It's crazy how small Southwest is, right? I got family members all up and down this block. I got a cousin that
Yep.
stay on that side of the street. And then I got cousins that used to live right where they still live here. They still live here. You know what I'm saying? So all this right here, man, is just this what made me, man.
Yeah.
This what made me, man.
Yeah.
You know, that's a very profound statement coming from anybody.
Right.
I think we tend to not understand how profound statements like that really are. You know, the fact that you go back and you go to the site of your childhood and your boyhood, and you see that what you are used to seeing in your mind is no longer there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know that because when I get troubled, I usually go back to my neighborhood, and nobody knows that I'm there.
Right.
You know, and I got a spot in my neighborhood where I go and sit, and I just collect myself. And it's nowhere else on the planet that I can do that at.
Yeah.
So I understand and I know what that means. And I think people need to start paying attention to where they come from, not so much to rep your hood.
Right.
Or none of that. That's not what I'm speaking to. I'm speaking to the spirituality of going home.
Yeah.
The only home that you know anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've traveled
real.
this entire globe. And when I'm troubled, I have to get back to my own neighborhood.
Yep. And
where I'm
I've
from,
done that a lot.
in order to put myself, to center myself.
Yeah, it's what that does for me, man, is just it just reminds me of everything that I was taught, everything that I learned, and everything that I've been through. You know, with my grandma's house, the last memory that I actually have of my grandmother's house, because at one point I was working in the funeral industry, and you know, I was picking up bodies for, I want to say, about 8 or 9 different funeral homes around the city. My stepfather had a business, and you know, I worked it, ran it for him. And me and my younger brother, we actually picked our mom up, and you know, brought her out the house and took her to the funeral home. So, you know, that's probably like the last major memory I have of my grandmother's crib. And you know, at the end of the day, man, when I go out there and I look at the spot where Granny house used to be, you know, you think about all of the family gatherings. You think about, you know, your grandfather. I used to see my grandfather 2 times a day, when he was going to work and when he was coming home. You know what I'm saying? So,
Do you know how many kids today? Really, you know, we laugh and we talk shit about it, and we ask the question why.
yeah,
But do you know how many young black boys and girls have no idea what it is to have a grandfather?
yeah, it's a lot, and it's sad.
It's sad, you
It's
know,
sad.
and it's like reading a book, and you read chapter 1, you read chapter 2, but chapter 3 is missing.
Right.
So if chapter 3 is missing, that means that if somebody doesn't step into that person's life
Right.
to try to fill that
void.
slot,
Yeah.
Because I was raised by my grandfather. Basically, I got a lot of inspiration and knowledge from him because my grandfather was Muslim, and his thing was, don't be like everybody else in the world. Don't think on the surface. Everybody thinks on the surface. A great man thinks deep. Not everybody thinks deep. And I did, and you know, being a little kid, 8-something, 9 years old, I didn't understand that. But as I grew, I understood. You got to think deeper because these people are thinking on the surface, and you got to think deep if you're going to survive in this.
For real. I respect my grandfather because his main thing, even though, you know, he kept it real, he'd tell you, yeah, I work for the man. You know, I punch in and I bust my ass on a regular basis. But his thing is, a man gonna work. No matter if he working for himself or he working for somebody else, a man gonna work.
If he's a man.
Yeah.
But you know one thing my
man-
granddaddy told me, if you work for somebody else that won't make you rich, it'll make them rich.
Oh, for sure.
And that's
I mean,
what
but
he
that's-
looked
that's-
at as
and-
the
and that's
concept
the
back
whole
then. 'Cause
thing.
we don't have them
His-
opportunities like back then.
His
I mean, didn't
underlying
have
his
the factory.
underlying reasoning for saying what he said was because he didn't want me to work for nobody. Because he's working for people and he know what it's like.
Yep.
So his thing was whatever you choose to do, just work. And make sure family cool, make sure you stay tapped in with your siblings, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? And my grandfather was a firm believer in working for what you get. And I think that's the reason why today, I know that's the reason why I go so hard.
But you know
what? I'm
what? That standard right there is what our young kids are missing.
They
our
don't have
young
nobody to tell them.
adult.
They don't have nobody to tell them. See, everybody's so busy saying that ain't my business, that ain't my kid. I'm gonna just focus on mine. And see, I never had that mentality. I love kicking it with the younger people, the young homies, and I love getting in their head and just really picking their brain to find out what they inner issues are. You know what I'm saying? I don't even do it. I don't do it in a way where I'm trying to be in their business or I'm digging or probing, you know what I'm saying, or trying to pry. It's just in natural conversation, I get what I'm looking for. So that way I can spin it around and say, look here, this is what you need to do. Or this is what I've been through. And this is how I got through it. Everybody ain't got the same formula. It ain't going to work for everybody. But at least you have an idea of what somebody who was in the same boat as you went through, and you can take it and you can do whatever it is, you know.
You know what? With this technology and everything, and I look at these young kids, their asses all on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and I'm like, I had my grandson and my granddaughter. They are 5 and 7. Okay. My granddaughter's birthday should be 6. My granddaughter has been on this network since guess how?
A baby.
2. She couldn't even talk. She just sit there and look cute. My
On
grandson.
TikTok?
No, on this network. Yes, on my
network.
show.
Okay.
Because I wanted to show them this is the atmosphere of what Granddaddy works for.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, Granddaddy on TV, Granddaddy heard around the world, and they look at that like, oh, my Granddaddy famous. Look, you see the business card I gave you?
I seen it.
They was out there passing them white folks like it wasn't nothing. This is my granddaddy. This is my granddaddy. And they was like 3 years old, 2 years old. My grandson came on again when he got off the plane from Tampa, because he lives in Tampa.
Okay.
He came before he left. We had him going away little thing. So he was on the air again, 5 years old.
Okay.
Now he just came back up here, 7th birthday, like a baller. Not only did I fly them from Tampa to Detroit, but that fool jumped in my Benz, came, got something to eat, came right to the studio and did a show. And see, he's just like, I'm like, man, you came up in Detroit like a baller from Tampa. What you doing? You a rapper or something? Nah, I'm just a little famous. See, that's when you get them interested. That's when the mind wants to open up.
Oh yeah.
Now, here's the thing that I need to start teaching them is, how do you make a script? How do you handle a show? Because it ain't just getting on this mic and saying something. You got to have some type of direction.
And see that
on where you going.
That leads me to my 7-year-old son. Like my baby boy, I love him to death. He anyway, me teaching him how to use Pro Tools and record me. So I ain't got no engineer. I got my son, and my baby boy knows how to use the key commands and all that for Pro Tools at 7 years old. Now it's grown people who do this music shit and can't record themselves. You know what I'm saying? So to have my baby boy in the studio and him just watching me, you know what I'm saying? Of course I got to give him a few pointers, but him watching me and looking at my hands when I'm making my motions on the keyboards, and he like, I can do that.
You know what? I was just thinking. I got at least about 35 songs just instrumental. That's what I do, instrumental. Now I can rap, but I'm not a rapper. Hey, look, but I'm good.
The show just went downhill.
But I'm good. But if it's the best, this is my quality. This is to produce, to radio show host, to inform the people.
Yeah.
Now, if you on a bad beat, I'm your man's, because I work off of a garage band.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I work off garage band, then I take it and then I just
People
sit
be
it out
sleeping on
there.
Garage Band. I've been hearing a few people come with some shit off Garage Band. For real.
If you know what
it's
you're
not-
doing.
But see, what people don't understand is it's like anything else.
Yeah.
It's not about the platform.
It's about who own it.
It's about who own it.
Right.
And what you can get it to do for you. You know, they all just platforms. They all just timelines.
Yeah.
They run off a clock.
That's it.
It's just math.
I love this dude.
But can you do the mathematics? Because everybody can't take bass and low and snares, or take
If you
highs
fucking with
and
it, if you
low.
really dedicating yourself to learning it.
Yeah, if you.
You
This
know what I'm
ain't
saying?
just, you don't have to do the trial and error.
Well, see, you know, people need to understand that first of all, children learn differently. All children. Some children are talented. Some children are God gifted. Some children need to read the manual.
Right.
Children learn people. People learn differently.
Yeah.
And once you find your niche about how it is you take in information, then you will create a way to put the information out.
Yeah.
It's how you
Yeah.
take it in that you have to master. Because when it comes out, it's supposed to come out organically.
Yeah.
It's supposed to, music comes out of your soul. And I think young people today just don't understand how much work and how much time and how much brain power and tears and everything goes into making good quality music.
Sacrifices the whole.
Yeah, it's a lot of sacrifice, you
It's a
know.
lot.
And they think because they have a computer that it's easy.
Nah, it's
Well,
definitely not.
garbage in, garbage out.
Facts.
It's just-
Facts.
Hey, you know what I used to do with my mother, and this was my motivation on my SoundCloud tracks. I would sit back and take days to put all these instruments together and give it a nice flow and cut it down and make sure it's tweaking right and everything.
right.
And then go and push a button, and goddamn it, I just reached the whole damn thing. And I used to be like, oh my God, I've been working on this all this time. And then my mother would give me something in my head, say, you know what? Make it better. Make it better. That was good.
That's dope.
But make it better.
That's dope.
So, Gov, what is it that we can play that we won't get a strike for? Because I know you got
Yeah,
this
you know
stuff
I'm about my
monetized to
business,
the hilt. Yeah.
About my business.
So, you know, that's
Damn, man, that's the reason why I wanted to bring that damn flash drive so y'all can actually have it, man. But anything on YouTube, you gonna get.
But look, okay,
it's,
well, we'll
you
do it
know.
like this. I'll make certain that when I come on, I'll play it. And we
Hey,
get the
man.
flash drive,
Oh,
and
it's-
then
I
we'll
mean,
put
he-
you down.
he already,
Yeah,
it's-
yeah,
it's-
for
yeah,
sure. Like
so
you don't
it's just
even
all
like
about having
being
it.
honest with you. Like you don't even realize like where we at, with who we sitting with. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
see, this is the thing, right?
And
He is a key factor in my career.
yeah, he's a key
You know what I'm
factor in
saying?
mine too.
And I'm talking about, I was 11, what that was, 91? 91, 92? 91, 92. The Honeys was popping. Popping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And to just be around and learn what I learned, it was him and B Def. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I got my people who influenced me to do this music shit and, you know, whatever. But they really took the time. He showed me how to make beats. I never would even think to make beats, but once he left and I got with the people that I was with after him, they wasn't giving me what I wanted. He had my sound. You know what I'm saying? He gave me my first 2 records that I was really, really comfortable with. I don't even think he remembered.
Yeah,
But-
no, I do remember. But
Yeah.
you know, I think that, I mean, I appreciate everything that you say kindly about me, but I want you to know something. All of that was because of you. It was because of you. Because you I mean, just think of all of the people that wanted to work with me.
Right, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was because of your drive. It was because you coming banging on that door.
I did.
So I understand what that is, because if I had someone in my life to bang on, that I could bang on their door.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that connection has to be organic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Without even seeing how talented you were or wasn't, had nothing to do with it.
Right.
It was the drive that said, this kid right here gonna be something.
Yeah.
And that's a good feeling.
I appreciate that.
And it just goes to
and then, you know,
giving them some motivation.
Yeah.
When a young kid shows up knowing that you got the hottest group out right now,
Exactly.
and knows that you're busy, but he still finds the courage to bang on that door.
Oh, I wasn't gonna let up.
You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't gonna let up for sure.
So I knew exactly what I was doing.
Yeah.
I knew exactly what I was doing, and I knew the opportunity that I was given to you.
Yeah.
It was because no one gave it to me.
And I appreciate that, man.
So,
For real.
you know, whenever I see you drop some new music or whatever it is you're doing, even when you're going live, I tune in because I'm concerned about where you are as a man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's I appreciate when people say thank you.
Yeah.
But it really ain't about that for me. It's about
I know.
It's about seeing my work.
But it's important to me. Because,
and I get that.
I look at it like
to me as well.
Yeah, I look at it like this, man. Had it not been a Glen Cannon on Terry at Joy Road at that time, I probably wouldn't have been able to come up with the sound that I or find my identity with my sound. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And see, the thing is, you
might not have developed the work ethic.
I really didn't, because you
living.
stayed, man. It was me, Cariel, and Red. You stayed on us like we had a show tomorrow.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm talking about
because
rehearsing.
in my mind you had a show tomorrow.
Exactly.
Because today is tomorrow.
Exactly. And you whipped us into shape. And I to this day, I still had these. I still had this. I beat myself up when I feel like I ain't doing enough. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that all comes from what I learned, what he instilled. Because I never was getting prepared for no shows and stuff. Like, I was just rapping. So when I came across Glenn and we got in that basement, he hit that play button on that Roger Lynn, and that beat come on, it's a wrap. We got to do this. This is what we got to do. We here. I don't want to get fussed at because, hey, listen, man, between him, Michael Bivens, it was like the same thing, you know what I'm saying? Because I went on to do the BF10 thing for a minute, and it didn't work for me. But they pretty much was on the same page with the, you know what I'm saying? And it was like a basketball coach. You're not gonna get mad at your coach because he fussing at you. He only telling you or yelling at you because he wants you to do better. You know what I'm saying? I was a kid, so I didn't want my ass whooped. I didn't want none of that. You know what I'm saying? Right. I just wanted to be the best I could be and not get no lip. I didn't get no attitude, whatever it was. We just did it, and we turned out dope at that time as a group. Mm-hmm. Now, I ain't seen them dudes since then. You know what I'm saying? But I know what I had to do. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And my work ethic now, man, people be looking at me like, bro, you crazy. Like, I just walked away from a job paying me $30 an hour at FCA. But I know my dedication with my music. Man, listen, bro, my Spotify numbers, it don't lie. They don't lie. I put my album out on the 21st. By the 23rd, I was at 150,000 streams. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So for me, that's like, I've been putting in work.
Right.
But I also was working 10 hours a day at the plant. So just imagine if I walk away from that and put them same 10 hours into my career that I was putting in, making them rich, where I could go.
Exactly.
I ain't got no complaints. I'm chilling.
Exactly.
I'm chilling now.
Well, see, that's the thing that we got to get with these young people. If we don't get these young people in order now, from the babies to the teenage years, we need some type of advocacy, some type of, forum. We, as grown men, we need, before we start to teach.
So look,
what is your thing?
Not to cut you off, but this is what I'm doing, and I'm doing this because I feel like it's important not only to me, but it's important to our community.
Well, say it, son.
Involved by Nature Fatherhood Campaign. This is a campaign that me and my manager starting, and we actually launching next month. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to most urban cities across the country and give dudes the knowledge of their rights as fathers. Because a lot of dudes run from child support. They let it build up until it becomes a felony and things like that, right? So what I'm going to do is hold a forum in each city that we go to, and I'm going to give these dudes the knowledge that they need to file motions, for their parenting time or custody, because I ended up having to get custody of my children. So, it was a fight. Of course, it was a lot of red tape because the system ain't designed for no man to win. But I had facts, and I went down there with facts. So 2 years it took me to get custody of my daughters. My oldest son, his mother just gave him to me like, here, because she already knew I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna go there.
But the system, and I'm glad you said that, because a lot of brothers out there without the knowledge and information, they can't make a viable decision. I just went to jail in February. Okay, I've raised my children.
Right.
70,000. They had at 18. Okay, raised them, had transcripts, everything. Call myself going to child support, even though the mother's supposed to owe me child support, didn't give me nothing. Kids been living with me. I got these documentations. Oh, but you almost make $200,000 a year. We want $25,500 for what?
And they living with you.
All you gotta do is just look at this paper, black and white.
See, they don't. That's the thing. They don't care. And you have to go down there, and you have, just as aggressive as they are with you, you have to legally know their jargon and be just as aggressive with them. You can't go down there cussing them out. You can't go down there with an attitude. You can't do none of that.
I went down there. I'm gonna tell you how I went down. Went to child support to show all the information.
Right.
Okay. Lady says, "Oh, you got to walk with this bailiff." I did 5 years in the penitentiary. That's 5. So, what you gonna lock me up for? I got all the information right here, all the proof, even the money I gave them.
Now, this is another reason why we starting this foundation too, because we're gonna do a probe. We actually have companies that we're gonna have launch a probe into the system, because a lot of people they're not doing their jobs down there. You know what I'm saying? They're not processing paperwork on time.
All they want to do is lock your ass up
and collect money.
That's it.
They want to do those.
My lawyer even made that statement.
So when I got my lawyer, right? Because I was going down there and I was getting the door slammed in my face, and I was getting this punk ass referee named Hewlin Simpson. I'm gonna call his name out because he's a bitch. But anyway,
fuck him.
He's a referee down there, and basically I had my kids, and my baby mama went down there and put on an Oscar award-winning performance in the courtroom, and he forced me to give my children back that day. Now, I had them prior to that, I had them for 3 months because she had just dropped them off and was like, I'll be back and get them, and never came back. So once she figured that I was finna go down there and make the moves that I was going to make with the custody, that was going to cut off the food stamps. It was gonna cut off the cash assistance that she was getting. And the thing was, I just started working at Chrysler, and I was only bringing home, I was working 60-70 hours a week, only bringing home like $113 because they was taking the money, right?
Ain't that a bitch?
That's no way for me to live. So when I went to court and did everything that I was doing on my own, they looked at me and laughed at me like, "Oh, motherfucker, we ain't finna give you these kids. You don't even know how to fill out motions and do this, that, and the third." And I'm like, damn, okay. So I see how they playing the game. I was frustrated. I went off on the referee, the whole nine. They document everything you do. If you come in with an attitude, they write that down, because what they're doing is looking at, are you fit as a parent mentally to take care of these kids? Because if you come down here and you act the ass, we already know we ain't giving you custody. You know what I'm saying? So I took all that in consideration. My first couple mistakes I made going down there by myself. When I got this lawyer, the lawyer showed me how to fill out motions and all that. You know what I'm saying? So shit, the next time I went to the court, I was down there filling out shit I ain't need. There's about 50 motions. I filled them bitches all
You know what? I filled a lot of mines out by myself because a lot of us brothers just don't have the money. Lawyers
You
is
just
like
gotta
$35
know.
fucking
You gotta
$100.
you gotta know. You gotta know what to say,
Right.
what words,
and what to file.
Exactly. So, like I said, when I learned what I learned, shit, I was down there filing shit I ain't need. But I was down there 3-4 times a week. So the motherfuckers looking at me like, Mr. Finley, you down here again? I'm like, yeah. So I'm concerned
You ever
about
thought
mine
about
for real.
doing something like that to in your seminars and stuff like that, helping these young men and men that don't know?
That's the
how-
whole purpose.
That's the
whole
purpose of
purpose.
this
Bro.
Yeah,
That's the
so,
whole purpose.
so they don't get in that circular.
Yeah, no, that's the whole purpose. And then too, to take it a step further, it's not just gonna be strictly about the fatherhood. We gonna tap in with the children and find out the things that they like to do. You know, if they say for instance they like my son, they want to learn how to do music or record or engineer in the studio. You know, we gonna have a lot of platforms for children to, you know, be able to bond with their fathers and things like that. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of dudes out here that want to be in the studio and don't have the knowledge of what to do in the studio. So I'm a use my platform for what it's worth. You know what I'm saying? And then too, you got my brother Royce 59 just launched his mental health foundation yesterday, the Ryan Montgomery Foundation. His is basically
Shouts out, Russ.
yeah, it's basically, you know, the mental health, the whole mental health thing. Like these are important aspects that needs to be, you know, given and available to our people, from fathers to children. We need that availability so everybody can learn, not just the fathers learning, but the children are learning at the same time. And it's just a beautiful thing because now you spending time with your child, you being able to bond with them, and they're learning, they're growing, they're making progress, and you're growing and making progress. You know what I'm saying?
Is there any way that you can, like, for instance, help the fathers to help build a relationship with their children? Because a lot of these baby mamas get real funky
Yeah,
and
and
shit.
again,
and, you know,
this is the whole purpose of the process that we building. You know, is for all that. You know, not only am I teaching you about your rights, I'm also teaching you a way to where you can say, well, fuck my baby mama, I'm gonna go do this the legal way. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a fact. Every man has a right to be a father to their child. Nobody can step in between unless the law finds a reason why you're not fit to be, you know, to have those rights. Then you are good to have those rights.
and y'all hear what he's saying, world? You men, you fathers, you're running away from your children's future, their life, because you feel like you're gonna be locked up when you're trying to rectify a problem. Just out of the guys that I know, all they just be like is saying, all I want to do is see my baby. But the mamas out here and women, hear what I'm saying. Stop that bullshit. Stop dangling these children
it don't matter what
in
they
front
do.
of in front of these.
It don't matter
fathers.
what they do. Cause
I mean, the
laws is the laws, man.
Yeah, the thing.
You know
But
what
he
I'm
still,
saying?
like you said, he still got the right to see his child.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But you know, you got to understand that it's a deeper issue than whether or not your baby mama is crazy. It's a bigger issue than that.
yeah, for sure.
And we have to be middle of the road with these things, and that's why we don't understand how they work. And that's what Gov is saying. Speaking to how the system works is what you got to understand. The judicial system plays on the fact that the common man does not understand his rights.
Exactly.
Firstly, his rights. Forget the child support issue.
Right.
We don't understand our rights, period.
But what rights do we have if we don't know what our rights
Well, if
are?
you don't understand them, if you don't understand them, you can't utilize them.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So the first thing you have to do is learn your rights.
Right.
Learn
right,
what can legally be done versus what can't.
Right.
See, you got to understand that when you tell a man, pay me for your child, or I'm gonna send you to the alternative is the penitentiary or jail. That has nothing to do with whether or not he's a father. That has nothing to do with it. You don't need to be rich to father children.
Right.
You need to be able to put time in with your children.
Exactly.
So if the system is saying, hey, if he don't do how if he don't do the way you want him to do, come to us. We'll handle it. So it's a two-headed sword.
Yeah, it is.
And I can understand if a man hasn't taken care of his child. Mr. So-and-so, you ain't raised your kids in none of these years. I raised my kids since birth.
Yeah, but they don't do.
And you just look at it
but
like,
Listen,
I owe
man, it's
you.
a money thing, and then on top of that, like he just said, it's not designed for us. It's designed for them. If they feel like, and truth be told, 70% from what I've gathered, because I do my research before I speak, 70% of the cases that's presented in family court are women being spiteful and opening up cases on men that they didn't work with in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Or seeing a man go move on in life or whatever the case may be. That's 70%.
Well, if you know, Gov, what is the percentage, if you know,
Okay.
where child support and the friend of the court actually make a difference in a child's life?
Ain't no damn percentage.
What?
Ain't no damn percentage. Shit.
This is what I'm talking
Ain't no
about.
percentage, man.
So you have to look at even the name that they go by.
Friend of
the court.
Yeah, that's
And that's a damn thing. You know what? Until he really said it like that, I never thought about that. But
but man, you gotta understand is this, man. It's a money game, and you gotta know how to play the motherfucker.
And if you don't know how to play, it doesn't make any difference whether you got
There
money,
or you
don't
did.
have money.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Now, here go the thing, right? So, like I told you, we got the people that we working with from out of California and Houston that's gonna do the probe and start opening up like their own type of investigation on the laws in each state, because every state is different when it comes to that shit.
Right.
So the thing is, you get a lot of women who use my situation for instance. One of my kids' mothers she was basically getting $1,200 a month in food stamps and $900 a month in cash assistance.
God damn.
Yeah, killing them, right? So the thing is, I was still getting calls from the kids like, Dad, we hungry. Dad, we need shoes.
Ain't
Dad,
that something? That's what I was going through.
So now,
Hell yeah,
but this is the thing, right? I used to be just as upset as that right there. I used to be. But now it's like I'm so cool about it because I know how to handle it. So now what we're trying to do is put a spin on the laws to where they start investigating these mothers as well. You know what I'm saying? This is part of the reason why they started work first, because you collecting government assistance, but what are you doing? You're sitting on your ass,
buying
you're
bags
shopping,
of weed.
You're doing this,
shit.
you're doing that, right? And here's the thing: I understand because I'm just that type of person. If you are a single mother and you have a child by me and my child is a majority at your house, I understand that, you spend money to take care of her and do things, and I kick in as well, but she's with you. So I understand if I pay child support and you get a couple dollars and you go get your hair and nails done, whatever, I ain't tripping on that. But if I'm paying child support and you not doing nothing for the child, but all the money going towards you and your weed habits or whatever the fuck,
She better be getting her hair and nails done too.
Exactly. And I had a situation where that wasn't the case. So I had to do what I had to do as a man who cared about my kids. And all I heard from her was, you just don't want to pay child support. I said, you so goddamn dumb. Listen to this. Don't you realize them living with me, I'll be paying more? If they was with me, I'll be paying more, opposed to just paying. I can pay child support and be like every other nigga who really don't care about having involvement with their child. They'll just pay it so they don't have to go to jail, right? Nah, I got mine with me, and that shit costs. We talking about beds, furniture for their room, clothes, shoes, food, whatever else. Say they want to be cheerleaders. Shit, I got to pay for their uniforms. Where you kicking in at? You know what I'm saying? So it ain't about a man wanting to stop paying child support and all that. I could care less.
Right.
I do know this. What's right for my children is what needs to be. All that other shit don't matter to me.
Oh yeah, you don't need the
I
bullshit
don't care
in
about
politics.
all that other shit.
Fuck that.
But what's right for them is what I need. So yeah, I'd rather pay more for my children having them with me and knowing that they're in a safe place, opposed to them being with you and not knowing where their next meal gonna come from.
But Gov, you gotta understand, it ain't just you, baby. It ain't just me. It ain't just any black man in here. It's everywhere with us in our community.
But you have to, that's what I'm saying. It's a slippery slope because
we gotta start somewhere.
You have to
Yes, we do.
Yeah, but you also have to understand that every man ain't trying to be a father.
That's true too.
Yeah.
See, so that's why I said it's a double-edged sword, because you got some men that just don't give a damn, and that's just that.
Yeah.
Then you have other men who are trying to be fathers to their children who have to bear the blunt of what the majority of black men are doing, which is not fathering their children.
Exactly.
So it's going to take time. You got to have patience. You have to understand the process, and you have to do your due diligence inside of the process.
Exactly.
But if you got the attitude that, I did X, Y, and Z, and this, that, man, them folks don't care.
They don't give a
nothing
fuck. They
about
look at
it.
that shit like they look at that shit
don't.
like a gift. That's a gift.
And
That's
where
a
my
gift.
money at, nigga?
Yeah.
I don't care. That's what you
Yeah,
were
that's a
supposed to
gift.
do.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm got a situation right now with my 10-year-old daughter, man, where her mama feel like she's above the law. Yeah, she, I was seeing my daughter consistently every weekend for about a good year, and then all of a sudden, she just stopped answering calls, stopped letting her come, and then I pull up over there to the grandma house to see my baby, and she pull up, she hop out, she want to get stupid. Don't worry about it. I know how to handle this. I'm not gonna trip. You know what I'm saying? You create the narrative that, he's a deadbeat. Come on, man. I got 8 children biologically and 3 that I take care of, right? And at the end of the day, I do what I'm supposed to do with all of them. You're depriving her from getting what everybody else is getting. So because you want to be that stupid and that bitter and that ignorant, guess what I'm finna do? I'm finna take this Involved by Nature foundation and I'm gonna use it for what it's worth and what it's for. And she gonna be looking real crazy.
But see,
in the
that's
end.
something that
See what I'm
you
saying?
just said that was interesting as hell. Because when you deprive the child from being with you, the child looks at it in 2 different focuses. Mommy don't like you, but I love you. Mommy talk bad about you.
Oh, that's the whole.
And then you give the child.
But that's the thing, and what
this
people don't
feel my
understand.
way.
You hurting her more than you hurting me. But we gonna handle all that because I don't want my baby hurt at all. You get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get ignorant because I can go kick doors in and do all kind of dumb shit because that's what I'm from. But at the end of the day, that ain't.
It's not good for the
it's
child.
not good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go about it the right way, and this is the reason why I'm opening this platform for fathers who really want to be fathers and really trying to be fathers, but just don't have the knowledge of what to do to be fathers when they got somebody in their way.
What do they need to do to qualify?
I mean, shit, just
Or
be
just come out?
Yeah,
You
just
just-
come out. You know what I'm saying? And we give everybody an opportunity to, state their testimonies and what they're going with. And then, we'll sit down together with them and we'll figure out what the situation is and what's the best move to make, to maneuver to make the situation better. You know what I'm saying? That's just the whole, I'm not going to say that this is going to change the dynamics of family court around the country, but it's a start.
It's a start.
And I just want people to know, or fathers to know, that they do have rights, because a lot of them would be better fathers if they knew their rights.
Do you know the snowball situation?
What's that?
The snowball theory?
Oh, yeah.
If you take a little
Oh,
snowball
you take
and
it
roll
and
that
roll
bitch
it.
down the hill and it's going to get big.
For sure.
You got me. You got Glenn.
No doubt.
You got folks that can
I don't
help
even
you.
like kids.
Well, I love kids. But,
That's a lie. He didn't have some. Shit.
But that is a joke. But I look at a lot of my friends and see what they go through down there with the court, and then I look at my own situation with my 5, and the only difference was doing my due diligence, because all 5 of my children are not by the same woman.
Right.
But it was worth it to me to keep them people out of my business.
Exactly.
To figure out how to play their game. Mm-hmm. And, you know, when I talk to different guys, you know, they want to give me the whole spiel about what they did in private for their own children.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that don't even come into the equation.
It don't.
The fact that you sent them to Europe to slide down a sliding board with a bag of money,
Thank you.
don't mean
Shit.
nothing.
Yeah, it don't mean nothing.
It doesn't. But he's still saying me. He's still raising his hand. But what he should be understanding is that I got to do this differently.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to win once your children receive assistance from the government, and you don't go in there and intervene and say it and put it to them and press it to them like, I ain't asked y'all to do nothing for my kid.
Right.
Oh,
That has to be that's only your mentality. That's
No,
not
but
what you say.
let me-
only your mentality.
Okay, I'm gonna just interject let me retort just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I called the child support people, friend of the court.
Mm-hmm.
Called the lady and told her, look, what is this? I never borrowed nothing from you. I never got anything from you. Why are y'all sitting back talking about I owe y'all this money? I said I want to file a complaint. You know what she told me? Good luck. Good luck.
And
She
you know
was
what?
right.
She was right.
Good
She
luck.
was- she was right.
She was right.
I was like, good luck.
Because what she was saying to you is, based on the years of your case that you involved in, and nothing has been done, that's why she was
But what
saying,
about all that child support I did pay?
listen,
Yeah, but they don't.
listen.
That's what you.
rearage has
Yeah.
nothing to do with what you paid.
That's
Right.
some bullshit.
It's just being
And
real,
see,
but it's the
and
real.
it's being real.
But this is what I'm saying. Just like how you don't understand it, it's a million other fathers that had the same misunderstanding.
Yes.
And this is the reason why I'm creating this platform for them to get and gain the understanding. First of all, what we got, the number one thing we got to keep in mind, none of them people that work down there for friend of the court, none of the people that runs friend of the court,
Have no power.
they gives no fuck.
Yeah, you're right.
That's just number one.
That's number one.
So don't go down there expecting sympathy
Some
or
and
understanding.
compassion,
No,
yeah.
it's nothing. It's none of that. So you got to keep that in mind, number one. Then number two, like he said earlier, you as an individual have to take time. I don't give a fuck how much if you care about your children and you love your children, I don't care how much time it takes, but you have to do your due diligence. You have to learn what you need to know. You have to learn your rights. It's just like working at a plant and working under a union. You got to learn your union rights to not get fucked over by management, right?
Right.
It's the same rules apply to this shit. You have to learn this shit.
Yeah,
There's
you do.
no way
I ain't
around
gonna- I
it
ain't gonna
because
deny.
this the thing. Yeah, you can pay. But at the end of the day,
Who keeping tab?
Exactly.
there you go. You might be. Them motherfuckers don't care. They
Right.
want their cheese. And see, they looking at it like this. If we giving your baby mama all this food money and this, that, and the third, we cutting into a budget as a state or as the government. We got to get that back. By hook or by crook, we gonna get it.
You doing the back crook
Your
with
ass
me.
are either gonna be sitting in jail. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And then I get the fathers who be like, well, damn, if I'm in jail, how can I? Well, nigga, you should have thought about that before you got to that point because you
Yeah.
wasn't doing nothing then.
Right.
Before you went. So
Right.
don't use going to jail as a way of saying, oh, well, if I'm in here, how can I pay? Nigga, this is what you do. You learn what you need to learn. Get your parents in time. Make sure you gotta go make sure your shit together though. You cannot go down there and you getting high every day, smoking weed and you're drinking and you're out with your guns and you're doing all the dumb shit. You can't do that because they gonna know. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't went down to child support, and when I was in the office, it's just incredible a way they come through. You go into court, you're not presentable like this. You're looking like you came out the bushes of Africa. Now here's a
They don't give a
judge.
damn.
But the thing is, here's a judge that's got to judge you, and they looking like, well, Your Honor, he's never paid no child support. Oh, just an average bum nigga. But now somebody like me come in there, dressed like I am. Well, so what, nigga? You got the money.
That shit don't mean
Pop
nothing.
that
bro.
out.
That shit don't mean nothing. They don't care about that. They don't care about that.
The bottom
They
line,
want their money.
Even though they do want you, because you are supposed to be presentable when you go to a court of law. Okay. They don't care about none of that shit. You can come in there with $1 million gold chains on and $100,000.
You better have
right?
my motherfucking money.
They don't care about none of that. What you look like and what you paying is two different things. So the understanding that I'm trying to convey to the fathers with this campaign is learn what you need to know. Know what you filing for. If you know you ain't in good standing to be filing for custody, don't file for custody because you wasting the court time. File for parenting time. Parenting time, they usually fair with that. You know what I'm saying? If you are unemployed, they will ask you, what can you pay per week or per month? Be fair about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
$20, $30, as long as they seeing you making an effort to pay, they off your head. But here's the thing. That's giving you a better opportunity to get parenting time with your child.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't go down there and you done just got locked up for weed charges and gun charges.
You
All
right.
that shit show up.
You're right.
Because now what they doing is looking at your mental capacity and you being fit as a parent.
And the
to
safety
raise
of the
yeah,
child.
the safety of the child. So
there's a lot of issues to be
it's
considered.
a lot of So
because
you can't.
there has been children that the courts have given parenting time to the father, and the father do something to the kid.
Right.
There are cases that are like that.
Yeah, they
you got the
real-
boy Ray Caruth who tried to kill his woman just cause she got pregnant.
Yeah, that
And
was crazy.
So it's not just, the big issue I think in child support is us not knowing.
Right.
That's the big issue because they statutes are written in black and white.
Exactly.
They don't change every week. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And if you don't go in and learn how to present yourself and your case, you going to fall to their behest.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. They don't, all that stuff about, I bought him a sliding board in 69. Man,
They don't care about none of that shit.
You know what? But see, here's where our disadvantage is as black men. Like I said before, it takes money to hire those lawyers. I got one right now.
Do it take money to get high every day?
No, but but listen.
Yeah, it do.
I mean, yeah, it take money, but unless you dealing the drugs. But
man, look, half of these niggas out here, man, that's smoking weed every day, drinking every day. That's your lawyer fees right there once you let it accumulate.
I agree with you.
So it's really no excuse. I hate when a motherfucker come to me and be like, oh, my baby mama won't let me see my son. Bruh, listen here. What you mean she won't let you? Don't you understand that is your right, bruh? If you know what you're doing and you learn what you need to know to go down there and make that, change the dynamics of that, then it'll be a different story. But what we do as black men, what we do is we get scared. We fear the process because we don't understand it, and we run away from it. And then once it come back to bite us in the ass, we cry about it. Man, listen, all that shit is over with. When I put this campaign out and I launch this shit, it's not going to be a reason why I should hear none of my homies or none of the people that I meet across the country saying, I can't see my kid. It shouldn't be no excuses because I'm giving you what you need to have. Now, I don't know what every law is, and this is a part of my research and my due diligence. I don't know every law in every city and state. I don't know what the differences are, so I'm learning that as I go.
Okay, let me ask you this. What do you think about, okay, like you said, you don't know all the laws, and I don't know all the laws, and the laws are different in every state in America.
Right.
So do you have a legal team that can help
and
give them the
and see that's the beautiful part about it. That's what I was saying earlier. I got a lot of different people that's helping out with the foundation, and they willing to give their input and help as far as learning these laws and things like that. Because it's still certain things that I get cloudy on because it's been so long since I had to actually deal with the motherfuckers. But it's certain things that I get cloudy on, but I learn it. I anything that I feel like I'm confused about, I pick up the phone, boom. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. I was thinking that, but You just confirmed it for me. Thanks.
Here's a quick tidbit for guys who have to deal with them folks down there. You need to first understand when you go in there that if you're not in front of a judge, that referee, what he's saying, don't mean shit.
It don't.
It means nothing. And you can tell him, I don't even want to talk to you. I want to be before a judge.
Exactly.
But because you see this white man sitting behind that bench with a black robe on, you don't understand that he doesn't have any power
He's just a
over
referee.
you and your children.
See what that referee do is he makes a recommendation to the judge.
That's all.
Of what he feels. And in my case, I had that black dickhead Hewlin Simpson.
He's a
black
judge.
dude.
He's a lawyer in training.
Right.
That's all he is.
That's all he is. So, you actually can appeal.
But if you don't understand what's going on, because you see the white man in the black robe, your mind tells you that he's in charge and what he says is law.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the truth. Because if you take the time and look at his name plaque,
exactly,
and be observant of your environment and understand that referee, what is this, a wrestling match? Man,
Right.
get the hell out of here.
He really like the lowest
I ain't
on the
talking
totem
to you.
pole, man. What they do is what I learned, they let you see a referee to keep down the count of people that's actually seeing the judge. Because the judge got so many cases that they have to see per day, per month, per week.
But here's the thing, Gov. Here's another thing that people don't know. Mm-hmm. To keep the judge's docket as small as they can, they put you in front of the referee to try to get you to come in down there and just say, okay, I owe y'all, how much y'all want?
Oh, they don't expect you to fight.
They don't
Hey,
expect
but you know what the referee told me when I was down there and a friend of the court? I said, I got all the documents in that vanilla envelope. All you got to do is look at the information.
And
I said, don't you trust that I was taking care of my children? She said, you know what? I don't trust none of you that come through this door. I said, well, you goddamn Donald Trump supporting bitch. I was like, for real. And then told the bailiff.
We're going to blame everything on Donald Trump.
That's why he was in jail.
No, she was, hey, look, the way she came to me, it was like she just came from a damn rally.
Well, you got to understand, man. They so used to dealing with deadbeats down there, they look at everybody the same.
And that's what she did. And I'm like, all I got is the information.
But this
Just
is where,
look at it.
This is where it's up to you to flip that shit around and show them. Because you have to prove yourself. No matter what the situation or condition is, you have to prove yourself to that court.
Let me tell you something, good.
Have to.
After I went off on the referee, I never went back down to that building ever. Ever. I didn't even have to appear. My attorneys handled that whole process.
See what I'm saying?
But because, and I didn't know it either. I'm not trying to say like I'm the smart guy. I didn't know what was going on. But a white boy went up before me. And he nutted up in there, right? The referee tried to make a decision to disqualify him from visitation. White boy pulled out a book. Oh, my man, you ain't got the power to disqualify nothing. In fact, I don't even want to talk to you no more. Get me a judge down here now.
Now, how long ago was that?
I want to say 10 years ago.
Okay, because now it's different.
Oh,
You gotta file a motion for a judge now.
Wow.
You got to file a motion for a judge now. You can't. Yeah, it used to be that way. You could do that, but now it's they want you to file a motion, and when you file that motion, it's $60 to file it. Now,
either you ain't got the money to file it, or you don't even know what a motion is.
If you qualify to get the fee waived, they'll waive the fee. You get what I'm saying?
But if you got a job, you got to pay for it.
For sure.
No doubt.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No doubt.
But that's the thing, though. That's the deterrent. That's what make people run away.
And we can issue a bench warrant.
But guess what? Involved by nature, when that launch, you're going to have proper knowledge of what to do to dance around those politics. Because that's basically all it is politics.
Yeah.
So what we got to do is make each other stronger. And that's my whole plan. Make each other stronger and make us more knowledgeable.
Well, look what Mothers
you know.
Against Drunk Driving did.
Exactly.
You remember when they first started?
Exactly.
They was just a little small organization. Now they run the courts in terms of people getting DUIs and
their name is placed in court documents.
Yeah.
Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
Yeah.
They'll come if in a high profile case where a drunk driver kills somebody, they be on the judge's head.
Yeah, I got a lot of brothers, man, who going through it, and they could use my help, man. Like, so I
don't know how, but this show turned out pretty interesting, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So this is a whole lot of bullshit going on.
But you know, when you got to be careful when you have me on the show and you ask me what I got going on, bro, because I got way more shit than this going on. But that's just one of the things that I wanted to touch on because we was talking about the division of being black and so. This is important, and this can help with that. Because just imagine if we could get more fathers to be fathers, we'll have less children in the streets tearing the streets up.
Yeah,
absolutely.
In our own community.
Communities. Yeah.
So how can somebody that's interested? Do you have anything that you can let them know, or how they can get in touch with you, or how they can get in touch with what your cause is? So,
well, as of right now, like I said, we launching next month, so we getting websites and all that together. But I still kick it with everybody. You reach out to me.
You got my number.
Yeah.
I got your number. You can kick my door in and come on in here, because I like talking to brothers like you, because we need more brothers like you. And when me and you was collaborating, I was like. And then when I told you, I work on, I'm with Vent and Glenn Canning.
Oh, man.
When I said that, you was like, Glenn? I was like,
get him on the phone now.
I was like, Glenn, guess what? And then we collaborated. But see, that's what we need more of. Brother know you know mentor, and we can make our kids grow into prospective citizens. But the thing is, if the system puts its thumb on us and prevents us, and we can't fight again, fuck that no justice for no peace shit. We gotta start making documentaries. We gotta start with this social media. Get these young kids out here and take this shit.
That's the plan, man.
We need to sit. My thing is to see a round table. Now, this is just a partial round table with 3 of the hottest men in this country. But the thing is, we need more of us.
I'm hot.
Yeah, you hot nigga. You know everybody in the world. But we need more men like this.
Yeah.
And some of you brothers. See, this is one of the things that I said. 248-429-7224. Maybe some of y'all wanted to just watch the show, was interesting. But to the same degree, if we don't participate, if we don't ask questions, how can I? When can I? What do I need to? Stop letting that damn fool get y'all in the White House or in the Rose Garden and catch the corona. Catch some of this knowledge. It's Vent Radio. And this is Detroit Raw Live. So we ain't playing no games with you. I got some of the hottest people doing some of the hottest things. Some of the hottest people that's just shakers and movers. I ain't got time for all that other stuff. So if you want to get down with the crew, holler at us at ventradio.net. We got memorabilia. We got all kind of stuff that y'all can buy from us.
Shit, I need a show.
You know what I'm saying? And you can get a show. Yeah, did you hear what he said? If you want a show and you think you can do what I got to do, or you think that you got your platform together, give us a call. Glenn, where they need to call you at?
Oh, Lord.
Hit him up. Hit him up. We about to start some shit.
Our business number is 218-506-8368. And don't forget to make sure that you go and support my man. I call him my work. When I look at him, I see my work. Make sure that you go online to all digital platforms wherever you consume your music from and get Big Gov, son of Southwest. Show him some support and some love. And we're proud to have you on the network again.
Man, I appreciate it.
Man, what you mean? You about to be a regular. We about to get you tuned up.
Whatever, man.
You better let us know how your cause is, and that's what I like. That's what I like. brothers is out here trying to help the kids because the kids are supposed to be our future, and if we're not giving them no showing, and we all in ourselves,
all you got to do is beat them.
Yeah, that was old school days. But we trying to really talk to y'all.
Just beat the hell out of them.
Y'all need.
They calling the police now. Niggas going to jail over that shit.
All we just want to do is give you some love, give you some hugs, and show you that life ain't got to be like this. But black folks, all y'all, I'm out there doing this. Okay, well, get with us, because we the hottest thing since lava. Okay? And we trying to make sure that we can give more advocacy, we can give more our life experiences, and let these kids know, even though it looks like it's dim, it doesn't necessarily have to be that way.
Yeah, life what you make it, man.
You feel me?
Life what you make it, for sure.
Exactly. So I wasn't always a producer. I was homeless as hell at 13 years old, but I had no guidance. But just because I had belief in myself.
You're 112 years old now.
Oh, shit.
Making them big bucks, baby.
Shit.
But I want y'all to do the same thing, because when I see y'all shine, it's like Glenn telling Big Gov, you are a prodigy of what I taught you. And that's what we need to do with our children. I'm going to kick it with y'all on my anniversary, October 22nd. Holla at your boy, and Big Gov, our door is open to you. Welcome to the Vent Radio family,
it,
man.
Thank
See, you didn't even know it was going to be like that, did you? You was just like, he said
No, I love it, man. I'm proud to be a prodigy of Glenn's, man, and anything he got something to do with, I want to be a part of it. So.
Yeah. And that's what called respect.
Yeah.
Respect shows character. Just because you are a character don't mean you got respect. And that's your man's, the one and only Mr. Sam 44 man. We about to get up out of here. Thank you, Big Girls.
Man, salute,
in the house. That brother doing some things. Y'all stay tuned. Hey, man, don't ever forget, anytime you got something going on, hey, Sandman, because I just do a political show.
Let's go.
But, hey, whenever you say let's go,
let's go.
You got my number.
Say less.
You're tuned in to Detroit Raw Live Show, one of the hottest shows seen and heard around the world with your man, the one and only Mr. Sam 44 man. And I am out. I will check you out next week. Be safe.
Yeah. All right. Hell of a show.
Huh? Look. Huh? What did I tell you? It's your man, the one and only Mr. Sam 44 man.